So continuing on with the boat build, and I scored some foam. So there's about $60 worth of foam. Yes, it was in pieces, but luckily it's already grooved in some spots where it's easy to break, and then I just mark it, cut it, and place it. So to me, that's a score. We've already got all our metal shaped for the inside. We've got everything in. I've still got to paint the inside of the boat. I tried to do some undercoating. Something was wrong with it. It just kept coming out globby. So, not that it matters, but we'll finish painting this up so it looks a little bit better. But I'm stoked. This foam is a score. Super excited. So I would love to get this done. Every day, a little bit more progress. Airplane brake. So I got all this stuff laid in. It actually, I've just got it all laid in there. It's not riveted down or anything, but the reason that one's out. So me and Drake washed the boat out and it was dirty. We got tons of junk out of there, mud from the wash-it-off, years of fishing, duck hunting, duck dogs coming in and out. But I found a crack, and I went down and got some solder and just did a quick fix. It wasn't leaking there, but I wanted to go ahead and hit that while I could. It's not the best job, but it's whatever. Anyway, so now it's a waiting game. I gotta get the HydroTurf in, which I haven't ordered yet, and I gotta get my rivets. I already got my countersunk drill bits. I went ahead and ordered extra of everything. Countersunk drill bits, and I went ahead and ordered countersunk rivets and extra drill bits and extra countersink bits, just to have them, because I know how things go, and I'm gonna break something and I'm gonna be stuck in the middle of a project. Anyway, what do you think, Chuck? Huh? Your feet's gonna get wet. All right, so got it all pieced in there. Now I'm gonna sand all the pieces. Still got to go get the spray for this, and I've got paint. I've got just some camouflage brown Krylon. I got like 2.5 cans of that. So this foam's so easy to work with, and I had plenty to do what I needed to do. I got plenty to do another project probably if I really needed to, but it's coming together. I'm excited. This is years in the making. I've had this boat for about 20 years, maybe more. Maybe it's more, but this is what I wanted to do. I really want to build a deck off of here to right about here or here, just a casting deck, but that's later on. I've got little steps and then we'll get there. But all right, let's start sanding on some metal. So one thing I can tell, I didn't let this boat sit outside, but if you look at the gray, which used to be green, it faded. The black still looks like black, the brown still looks like brown, the tan, it still looks pretty close, but the green went to gray. That doesn't matter to me, but so as you can see, I just got this laid in here. I mean, it's my boat. I don't care how OCD. I'm not OCD. But we laid it in here like so. Does it really matter? I'll take a picture with it both ways, and yeah, I'll let y'all know how I decide. The color fade kind of affects me more than anything, but oh well. All right, so I've got the boat moved into the garage because it's fixing to rain a lot. I got the floor sanded and kind of mocked up where it's gonna go. I washed it off with water, and now I'm gonna go with some acetone. I'm gonna clean it up. I really wanted to test this acetone to see if it would melt this styrofoam or polyboard, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so it's supposed to rain. We're supposed to get anywhere from 2 to maybe 10 inches of rain. The forecast has been changing. So I went ahead and moved it in here just so I have a dry place to work. I want to clean this all off, and I want to start riveting it down. But really what I want to do is I want to test that acetone on that foam. I just don't want it to eat my foam if I decide that I want to clean it in the boat as it is sitting here. So, but anyway, seemed like a good day to get back to work on it. I've got just a little bit more to do, and I've got everything pretty much fitted and trimmed, so I'm excited about it. I've been really tossing on this. I know all the videos I have where the seats are running sideways, the grooves, and I really want to run the grooves this way in the bottom, and I have a spare piece. I may go get it and lay it down just to see how bad it looks or if it looks okay. It's camo. The reason I wanted it sideways is because if it's wet or icy or something, at least if you step down from here to there, that you're not sliding. You actually have some grooves that you might be able to hold against. So I can put everything in this way. It doesn't matter. I'd rather do it this way, one big piece. There's Chuck. Chuck, what do you think? Is it Chuck approved? He smells my food. Anyway, let me go get that piece and we'll see how it looks. So Eggsaroni, it's experimental series number 692. So got this acetone and I got this foam, and it sure does make it sizzle. So that tells me I'm gonna pull every piece out and look at that go. It just eats right through it. So I gotta pull my workbench over here. I'll probably pull it up in here and pull every piece out, clean it off with acetone, and put it in, start riveting. I mean, it's gonna eat through that whole thing. I mean, it's pretty deep already. Glad I tested that. Oh, what's left of my brisket and smoked sausage? There's coleslaw, potato salad, and beans, and bread. And it's pretty darn good. I got it from one of those food trucks there in town. Think they're hungry? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I looked at the pictures. That one, all the lines go together. Okay, I've been busy since I showed you my food. So, went ahead and painted the inside. And I'm getting acetoned, pull each one of these pieces out, acetoned it. I'm fixing to start the riveting. I gotta do my final fitment, make sure everything's where I want it, and pray that I did some sort of measurements right. I did show you the difference between last year's and this year's. The green turned to gray, which is fine. I think it looks cooler that way. I don't care. But I'm nervous about this part. Once I start and something's off, because I've got all these little pieces, like little piece there, little piece there, little piece there, little piece there. I had to make all these little pieces to make this, to make it fit. I wish I could have been one sheet and I just trimmed out the sides, but the foam, the EVA foam that I put down, this piece is going to be a spare piece to kind of fill in the gaps. These are 48 sheets and it's coming in 47 inch. So I know automatically I've got 1 inch I've got to do. This back here is even wider. And I decided I'm going to keep going with the same theme, going side to side. I think that's the best way to do it. Whew. Now, let me tell you a story. If I can find the stupid cans. Where did I put them? did I put them? There's one. Okay, and I may have told you this already. I had to pop these off. It's supposed to have a trigger. It's supposed to have a trigger like this, so when you do this, it sprays. No. Don't even bother with these. Just, this is duplicolor. Get rid. Now, how this works is I had to just push down. Just like you would. Just like a regular one. Let's get the regular ones. Don't get frustrated with these pieces of junk. I had 3 and none of them worked. But anyway, I think it's coming together. I think it'll look great when I get everything done. Don't you think? And so I've got 2 good cans of the camouflage flat brown. And I decided I'm going to go ahead and, this is a 1969 18 horse, and I'm going to go ahead and sand it down and do it brown too. I saw a Honda or a Yamaha that was already done in tan or brown, and it looked freaking awesome. I had one that was gray, but the brown just, oh, it was awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna get to work. I don't know if this is, yeah, I'm worried about this part. The floor is in. I just got to get the foam and get it in. This was probably one of the most stressful things that I've had to do. Let me show you why. All these little pieces, you know, I was worried. It actually went together pretty easy. Once I started, it just kind of rock and rolled right along. Now this is just sitting there. I have 2 rivets left. I used one as a test one, so I used 97 rivets to do this. And I probably could use the other 2 because I thought I've got one here, one here. This is all solid. I thought about putting 2 more right there, but it's all good. So now it's just time to get the foam, which left Florida today. Should be on its way. And cut it, put it down. You know, there is a few gaps, a little bit bigger gaps than what I wanted. But I watched one guy's boat, and when they did it, he didn't do it. He just redid. He had carpet in it, and it, like, the metal went right here alongside these ribs, so you had a big gap. And I didn't want that. I cut around these ribs, you know, best I could. Got it as close as I could. These little corner pieces, those were pain to make. But vacuumed up as I went the best, and then whenever I get the foam in, I'll go ahead and wipe it all down with acetone or alcohol just to give it a quick once over, clean it, because there's dust. I can already tell just from being in here, I can already tell that there's dust, me working on it and just stuff in the air. So, and then we'll lay the foam down. It'll be, that part will be done for the boat. And then we'll move on to the next project. But this was huge. I've been wanting to do this. I've had this boat for 20 years. I had some pieces of plywood that I cut. They come out from underneath a waterbed. They were treated. And I had those. I still have those, but they're gone. And I had those for years and years and years. Now this is what the boat needed. It was slick. The plywood was slick, especially this one. You step in, if you had any mud, I mean, it was horrible. This is going to be A+. Anyway, till the next step.